Buddha.
No way, Jose.
Respect to everybody that came out that's coming in here that's gonna watch the replay. Respect B Rod Series S. Respect everybody that's watching that's gonna be watching. This is gonna be something we're gonna talk about right here. Let me get settled right quick. Respect steady grinding. Y'all know how I do it. This gonna be we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this right here. Two things we're gonna talk about. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all remember in 2019, right? A young man named Elijah McClain in rural Colorado. And the two paramedics that injected him with ketamine, they went on trial. And they charged the two. It was about two or three other respect silverback that were charged in that crime, in that case. Okay. Here's the update to that story. If y'all don't know the story, Elijah McClain was 20 some years old. He had some kind of like some like he was bulimic, well, not bulimic, but you know when people can't stand the cold, they get cold real easy. He had the earbuds in, walking from the store with a ski mask on, with earbuds in. And you know how we are when we walking with our earbuds in, we hear a good song, we moving our hands, and somebody called the police and said, you know how it goes, suspicious person, which they had no reason to stop him. And they called the paramedics, and suddenly he's dead. Okay, let's get this to it. Okay, two Colorado paramedics who injected Elijah McClain with an overdose of ketamine found guilty in his death. Yeah, really. A jury in Colorado decided that two first responders, Jeremy Cooper and Peter, can't pronounce the name, from Aurora Fire Rescue, are responsible for the death of Elijah McClain, a young black man who died in 2019 to a fatal overdose of sedated during his arrest. Y'all wonder, there's some people like, what did he do? He didn't do nothing but walking home from the store, mind his own doggone business. That's what he did. That's what he was doing, right? And it goes on to say the jury found the paramedic guilty of criminally negligent homicide. Both medical professionals were also charged with assault. Uh, one which was found guilty on one of the assault charges, second degree assault for the unlawful administration of drugs, while Cooper was not found guilty of the assault charges. This almost 4 week long this the almost 4 week long trial is the last of all the trials seeking to bring justice for McClain, who was 23 years old when he was killed. Okay, let's keep going. The verdict delivered on Friday, December 22nd, with good news to McClain's mother is Miss McClain's claim, "We did it, we did it, we did it," with her fist in the air as she left the courtroom, according to the Associated Press. While the mother rejoiced and victory, others said this opens the doors for criminalizing split second decision made by first responder. It ain't no split decision. You're a first responder. It ain't it cause you got to make this decision based on your training, not what nobody's. You can go off what somebody's tell you, but you got to assess the scene as a medical responder. You got to assess what that patient need as a first responder. Okay. The National Association of Firefighters called the move by Colorado Attorney General Bill Weiser to charge the paramedic dangerous when politic drive prosecution forced the firefighters and paramedics to second guess decision. Public Safety Compromise Associates President Edward Kelly said in a statement, politics, you going to make a split second decision in your life, no matter what it is. I don't care what job you do, what work you do. Even in your life when you're not on job, you're going to make a split second decision. Okay, you're going to make a split second decision no matter what. Okay, let's continue to read. And it said, how does that public safety compromise? Now, safety compromise when first responder police officers are not doing their job correctly. That when public safety is compromised. Okay, let's go on and say this according to the prosecutors. The paramedic failed to perform essential medical assessment on McLean, negligent basic checks like taking his pulse before administering the ketamine. You got to assess the patient. Respect, Nate. You got to assess the patient. You got to check his pulse. You got to. See, that's one basic thing you got to do. Did he need ketamine? No. Respect Commissioner Team. He didn't need the ketamine. And this is what the experts said. Experts testified that the dosage was excessive to someone of his size, 140 pounds. Additionally, prosecutors assert that the paramedics did not monitor McLean promptly after administering the sedate. Instead, they left him on the ground, excavating difficulties in breathing. So I'm gonna ask y'all: did the paramedics do their job? Did they accurately do their job before they administered that sedate? Even after they administered that sedate, did they do their job? I don't think they did. I don't think they did. The defense lawyer for the two medical profession argued they were following the training they received for someone they believe was in excited. In other words, they said he had a superhuman strength. No, they weren't following no training. The man was agitated because he was being stopped for no reason. He was being arrested for no reason. So there was no reason to eject him with that sedating. His mother rejected the defense, saying that the paramedic did not act with compassion when treating her son, which I respect is just CTV, which I concur with that. They cannot blame their job trainer for their indifference or evil or their participation in an evil action, she wrote in a statement released before the verdict. This is completely on them. May all their souls rot in hell when that time comes. That's what his mother said. Though his death occurred in 2019, cries for justice for the young man were interjected into the 2020 summer of civil unrest. He was stopped. Now here's the part right here I was telling you about at the beginning. Respect Shawanda Williams. Here's the part right here I was telling you about at the beginning. He was stopped by a road officer on August 24, 2019, because someone complained about a suspicious looking person in the neighborhood. We talk about suspicious looking people in the neighborhood. Anybody could look suspicious. Why did he look suspicious? Because he had a ski mask on and it was cold. And he was anemic to the cold, walking back from the store, listening to music in his earpods and moving to the rhythm of the music that was he was listening to. Come on now. Okay. Let's keep going. Said a suspicious person in the neighborhood. I'm gonna ask y'all this question. I'm gonna ask y'all this question. Do y'all know everybody in your neighborhood? If you if you know everybody in your neighborhood, put a one in the chat. If you don't know everybody in your neighborhood, put a two in the chat. Put a two in the chat. If you don't if you know everybody in your neighborhood, put a one in the chat. If you don't know everybody in your neighborhood, put a two. I see some ones, see some twos. Okay. I'm gonna say this: you might know everybody in the neighborhood, but you might not know everybody in the neighborhood. The reason I asked that question was the people you know in your neighborhood might have visitor opens, and you don't know who the folks is that in your neighborhood that visiting, right? And thing is, you see a person walking down the street, you don't know if they live in the neighborhood or not. Are they suspicious? Are they suspicious? Maybe, maybe not. They not suspicious because you don't know them. You don't know what they live in the neighborhood. They don't know. You don't know if they know the neighbors that you know. You don't know their kids to that neighbor, friends of that neighbor. So they not suspicious. All right, Nate. So anybody could be a suspicious person. Correct. Okay. The 17-year-old caller believed McLean was. See, here we go. A 17-year-old caller. A 17-year-old caller. Not a grown, not a grown person. A 17-year-old caller. Let that sink in. A 17-year-old caller believed McLean was suspicious because he was wearing a mask, one he wore because of a circulation disorder, and waving his hand as he listened to earbuds as he walked home from a store that night. An officer sought to detain him. He protested that he wanted to be left alone. You don't have to. You look here, cause I'm walking down the street with my with a ski mask on, listening to my earbuds. You approach me. I ain't gotta stop for you. I don't have to stop. Why you stopping me for anyway? I'm gonna keep walking. The officer sought to detain him, and he protested that he wanted to be left alone. One claimed that McLean reached for his gun. How many times we heard that story? That they reach for the gun, reach for the taser. How many times we heard that story? Too many doggone time, right? Prompted another to apply a chokehold on the young man within minutes of their encounter. Okay, now let's put all the elements together. Let's put all the elements together. The 911 caller was 17 years old. He says McClay looks suspicious. McClay just want to be left alone. Then they want to put out a stupid report that he was reaching for his gun, reaching for one of their guns. Respect Papa Will. Okay. The officer was convicted of homicide and third degree assault earlier this year, while two officers were acquitted and one is back working on the APD. See, how come both of them were convicted? Because he didn't put them in the chokehold? I look at this right here. All four of them, it had some way or form of some hand in McLean's death. Even that 17-year-old that called 911 as reported a suspicious person had a hand in his death. Cause if that 17-year-old didn't call the police wouldn't arrive, and the paramedic wouldn't have injected him with that sedate. Okay, let's take that. That's just one story. That's just one story. So anybody could be suspicious no matter what. Anybody could be suspicious no matter what. Okay, let's get that clear. Let's get that clear. Anybody can be suspicious no matter where you at. I got one more story I want to read. Right? I got one more story I want to read. Give me a minute. I got one more story I want to read. And this saddened my heart right here. This saddened my heart. This saddened my heart right here. This saddened my heart right here. Here we go. A black woman called police for help. Los Angeles cop shot her dead in front of her child instead. How many times we gonna hear this story? Down in Florida, a woman shoot a woman through the door and kill her in front of her child. And here it is in Los Angeles County. A woman get shot by a police officer, Los Angeles County. Los Angeles cop shot her dead when she called 911 for help. How many times we gonna be able to call 911 and not get shot? That's anybody. That's anybody. I don't care what race, creed, color, nationality, ethnic group you. When are we going to be able to call without getting hurt? Let's get into the story. Let's get into the story now. Let's get into the story. After I read this, then I'm going to open up the panel. Take commercial, then I'll open up the panel. The family of, I can't pronounce the name, is reportedly set to file a lawsuit after a sheriff deputy fatally shot Felicia, I can't pronounce the name. I can't find in front of her 9-year-old daughter as deputy responded to a domestic violence call. They were responding to a domestic violence call. She called the police because of domestic violence that was going on. Come on now. Y'all hear that? A domestic violence call. This is what the Los Angeles Times reported. Report that her family filed a claim indicated that they plan to sue Los Angeles County and its sheriff department for $30 million allegedly wrongful death, assault, and civil rights violation. This is in direct response to an incident involving Deputy Ty Shelton, who shot 27-year-old December 4. That evening, she called police to report that her boyfriend would not leave her alone. Deputy also stated that screaming and sounds of a struggle could be heard over the call. Okay. When they arrived at an apartment in Lancaster, responding deputy could hear screaming. Deputies reported that when they tried to force their way into the apartment, she opened the door armed with a knife and told them she was going to stab her boyfriend for pushing her daughter. Okay, and he should have put his hand on her daughter. That's one thing. And yeah, granted, if she did say that, they should have disarmed her and went arrested him. Should have got him. Shelton opened fire and shot the mother her too when she attempted to grab and stab him, according to a department release. I don't believe that at all. Do y'all believe that? Do y'all believe that? I don't believe it at all. She was shot 4 times and died at a local hospital. Family attorney Bradley Gage literally disputed that account during a press conference on Thursday. Gage said the ex-boyfriend strangled her and hurt her daughter, so she called police to get him forcibly removed from her apartment. Now I believe that story. And he goes on saying she was sitting on the ground when she was shot in the back. Gage told reporters she was not engaging in any type of physical threatening behavior at all. In fact, she was the victim. Gage had demanded that the Los Angeles Sheriff Department release body cam video of the shooting and for shelter to be fired. The Los Angeles Sheriff Department released a statement revealing that their plans to release the footage to the public. That footage should have been released. What are you hiding? You trying to alter the video? See, if you want some transparency, you got to release the video. If you want the public to believe you, believe what you're saying. If ever a transparency, the department will be releasing the body cam footage of the incident by next week, which is earlier than the required time frame. The Los Angeles Sheriff Department, LASD, said in a statement, the department is deeply committed to protecting our diverse community without bias and prejudice. No, you're not. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for one bit. That's a PR statement. That's a PR statement. The agency also stated that the shooter is under a robust review process to determine whether it was legally justified and whether there is enough evidence to file criminal charges. Yes, it is. If she was laying down on her back and she got shot in the back, you got to prosecute. I'm just waiting for the body cam video come out. Right? I'm just waiting for the body cam video come out. They said this week. They said this week, right? Okay. The daughter, I can't pronounce her name, spoke to reporters at the press conference and recounted part of the ordeal involving her mother and her estranged boyfriend. She said she was the one who handed her mother the knife. I was there. I know the truth about everything the 9-year-old said. He was hurting my mother and me. I didn't have any choice but to get something sharp. I don't blame that little girl. Do y'all blame her? Do you blame her? What child would try to protect their mother and give something to her mother, their mother, to protect them from abusive relationship, from an abusive man? Who wouldn't? She was working to become a nurse and in-home care service worker, according to her mother, Tracy Hall. She also designed her own clothes and wanted to make a phone app for children. Her daughter said her 2-year-old sister continues to ask where their mother is. She was my best friend. She was always there for me. Okay. Let's go to the officer. Check this out now. Check this out now. This the part that kills me right here. Shelton, the officer who shot that young lady, also fatally shot a 61-year-old man in an early similar case in 2020. Deputies responded to a domestic violence call. Same situation, domestic violence call, right? Also in Lancaster, attempted to detain Michael Thomas during their encounter with him, but Shelton shot him after deputies said Thomas tried to grab one of their guns. Hold up, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That kind of eerily. I told y'all they always try to use the technique. They try to grab my taser, try to grab my gun. That's why I shot him. What's up, Chef? Okay. Thomas' fiance argued against the report and said Thomas actually refused to let the deputies enter the house and was turning away from them when he was shot. As prosecutors chose not to file charges against Shelton in that case, but admitted that this is what the prosecutor admitted. There may have been other reasonable options available to him instead of killing Thomas. And you didn't press charges if there was any other option. And the family attorney said the shooting case involving that woman, this is a case about protecting the community. Hmm. I'm going to go to a commercial break. When I come from the commercial break, the panel will be open. When I come back commercial break,
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl. Together we bring change production. I made a smoke tray. Look at this. I don't want to show too much of my mess, but yeah, it's a smoke tray.
Don't ever change for anybody. Don't ever trade your soul. Don't even listen to him. He don't know nothing at all. Try not to get too involved, but really it's breaking my heart. How you keep changing for him. Never forget who you are. You butterfly. You're a butterfly. Butterfly. Wings spread just let it fly. Butterfly. Butterfly. What is life without brightness? Be a light. You were never quiet, never so shy. Now you're so serious all of the time. Show me that smile, it's not too late to reinvent yourself. Ooh. Bust out your cocoon, spray on your perfume, and go enjoy your new point of view. There's no way you can lose, the world works for you. Now that you're
respect to Together, the Goldwood, respect to the Bishop T, the Pink Wolf, respect, respect, respect. What's going on this boy? What's going on this fine day? B Rob,
Good morning, man.
what do you think about the two stories I just read? If one was an update, and the second one just happened December the 4th, and
Both of them,
they always use try to say somebody reaching for their gun or taser. Always try to use they try to stop them from attacking them as another person. But I always want to wait to release the body cam video, but always say we try to be transparent. What's your take on it?
the first one with the kid with the ski mask and the earbuds, man. If the guy wasn't bothering nobody and he wasn't stealing nothing, he ain't had no gun. Leave that kid alone. This is what's wrong with folks, man. I understand it's a lot of crazy people with ski masks robbing banks. I get that. If a guy ain't doing nothing, he's just cold and wearing a ski mask trying to keep warm, man, because some of those places where they be at, they're gonna have those clothes on, those other objects on, a ski mask and covering their face mask so their nose won't run, so they won't catch a cold. And maybe he will listen to some music on his earbuds. And you gonna have the nerve to shoot that man without asking questions why, what he's doing, and nothing like that.
No, no, they didn't shoot him. They put him in a chokehold and called the paramedics. The paramedics shot him up some ketamine, which is sedating, which they didn't do they didn't do they really didn't do their job.
That's the one that got killed, right?
Yeah.
That's BS, bro. What the heck is going on with that? Come on, man. No questions asked anymore, cops. So y'all just go out there and do that type of thing.
And then the second one, check this out. The same cop that shot that 27-year-old mother of two, and shot a 61-year-old. And guess what's the same kind of call, domestic violence. And I look at this right here. That child, that 9-year-old, did what she had to do to protect her mother, to help her mother protect her and herself for that lunatic abuser boyfriend. So they saying, in other words, they said she was trying to try to stab the boyfriend with the knife, but I can't wait till the body cam video come out. I can't wait the body cam video come out. And the 9-year old girl was there. She saw the whole thing. So we know children, they like to tell tales, yeah. But when it comes down to this right here, she ain't gonna lie. So, in other words, the prosecutors are believing the cops instead of the 9-year old saying what happened.
You want my opinion, bro?
Go ahead.
Number one, if you see a man attacking your mother, what you going to do? You going to defend your mother. I don't give a dang how old you are. In that case, it was a 9-year-old. Of course, I would do anything I can to get this idiot off my mother. And you fools gonna believe the cop over a child? Come on, man. An innocent little girl. You gonna believe a fool over a child? Just because he wears a badge don't mean a killer beans. No, 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 no. Lock that fool up. Lock him up. Lock him up. Justice shall be served, man.
Yeah, and think about this. This wasn't the first time. He shot the old man 61 times because he wouldn't let him in the house. And his wife said he turned around and walked away and shot him. Then they said they tried to reach for a gun. Sound familiar, don't it? How many times we heard that story?
It's like you can't walk away no more.
Yeah. See, I'm like this. Elijah McClain was managing his own business. Remember what who the 911 caller was, how old the 911 caller was. That's why I asked that question.
17, right?
Yeah, 17 years old. 17 years old. Now, 17-year-old don't hardly know everybody in the damn neighborhood. I'm not gonna say that he knew what skin color Elijah McClain was. I'm not gonna say that. But rural Colorado get cold. He had a condition that he get cold, and he had a ski mask on to stay warm with earbuds on, walking for the store, going home. 17-year-old calls the cop. A suspicious person. Remember I talked about suspicious person a long time ago, right, B-Rob?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can be a suspicious person. Anybody can be. Because you don't know them. Do that mean they doing something wrong? Nope. They don't mean the hill of beans.
Big bro. What the hell is wrong with you? What's going on with the freaking law, man? The goddamn police forces. They ain't doing their job, man. It's just like they pick who they want to pick and let go of the people who doing the other stuff, man.
Nah, it's
What's wrong with the law?
It ain't. I look at it this way. Why? See, when the thing is, it's some of the people. If nobody bother you or harassing nobody else or breaking your house, whatever,
Leave them alone.
leave them alone. Then on top of that, if I call the cops, if I call the police, why the heck could they talk that woman down, drop the knife? If she had a knife in her hand. Oh, she probably did have a knife in her hand, which I don't blame her. That protect yourself and her child, and her children, for the domestic violence abuse. See, I'm like this right here. If she wanted to stab her, she would have stand up for the police got there. And guess what would have been? That would have been self-defense all day long. But yet, this cop is still on the force for doing the same thing in 3 years earlier. That's what I don't get. It's so see.
Pause there. Wait a minute. He's still on the force, bro. He's still in there. He still have a job.
Yeah, 2020, he shot that 61-year-old man in the back.
Oh.
And this 2023, 3 years later, he's still on the job for doing the same, for shooting somebody, and killing them. Tell me how the hell that? Come on now, something wrong. Something tells me this cop. This is the first time that cop did something like this, and that 3 years earlier, that ain't the first time he did that. That ain't the first time he did that.
Ain't gonna be just him. It's gonna be the whole goddamn police force allowing that to happen.
Yeah. And I don't blame the mother for suing them for $30 million, although it's going to come out the taxpayer's pocket. So you try to tell me you could disarm this woman, go arrest her boyfriend for domestic violence on two people. That woman should be alive. That woman should be alive. That woman should be alive. You try to tell me you couldn't disown that woman. Tony, try to make sense of it.
Talk to me, Paul.
Salute to you, Tony, man. God bless you, bro.
Oh, you remember that 2019 Elijah McClain case, right? Where the two paramedics injected ketamine into Elijah McClain, which he was 23 at the time, and then assessed the situation when they got there. And Elijah McClain was just walking home from the store. He got, you know how some people got that can't stand the cold, they get cold real easy. He had a ski mask on, got earbuds in, listen to music. You know how sometimes we walk down the street, we be bobbing to the music. And a 17-year-old called the police. They came there and they put him in, said he was reaching for the gun. They put him in a chokehold, called the paramedics. Paramedics injected him with a sedaine. He 140 pounds, excessive. See, when you they take his blood pressure, then assess the scene, and the two paramedics got found guilty. One cop got found guilty in that case, but the other one was found not guilty. Respect me. And then the second one. And the second one, in the second case.
Y'all be safe.
In the second case, right? This woman called a cop for domestic violence her boyfriend was doing to her, and her boyfriend pushed her 9-year-old child. A 9-year-old child handed her a knife to protect herself and her mother. The cops come to the door. They say she tried to stab the boyfriend, reasonable so, and the cop shot her in the back. Shot her. It killed her. But guess what? That same cop shot a 61-year-old man 3 years earlier because he wouldn't let the cop in the house. And he turned his back and walked away. And that cop shot him. The same shot that shot that young 27-year-old mother too. Did that same thing in 2020.
And the cop didn't get arrested.
Tell me how these law enforcement officers that do stuff like that stay on the force.
What town was it in?
I think it was It was a Los Angeles Sheriff Department, and
in Los Angeles,
go
they
ahead.
take care of their own.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah,
No matter what you do.
yeah, yeah. And what child would not hand a mother something to protect themselves, something with? See, and the problem,
Especially if the
go ahead, go ahead.
especially if the mother is getting her butt kicked. The child gonna jump into the instincts
Hmm.
and
And
protect their mother.
And the
And
child,
there's plenty of times where, well,
yeah,
not plenty of times, but
uh,
somebody say something wrong to my mama. You can say hello, but it came out differently, and I'm gonna look at you.
hey, and the thing is, they talk about they're gonna release the body cam video next week. How
Well,
about you?
that's it.
Go ahead.
But that's the thing is that we got to see
all
of it.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about the body cam. And nowadays the body cams come on as soon as the cop hits the sirens, or right before they get out the car. So when we have the full footage of it, then we can make a determination of who's right and who's wrong, and who's at fault.
Yeah. And the thing is, are they gonna release all the body cam video, or what they want us to see? That is the question.
Well, technically, the county has to release the whole video. It's not pick and choose.
Yeah, you're right, Tony. And the 9-year-old said that her estranged boyfriend pushed her and her mother, and she said that she gave her mother the knife. And the girl told the attorney that her mother would land on the ground when she got shot. See, this the problem. This the problem I got right here. You see a woman with a knife. You respond for the domestic violence. First, you try to talk the knife, try to get the knife out of that person's hand. Am I correct?
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I don't care how heated I am.
Yeah.
If I don't have my gun on me, or I don't have something to protect me, I'm gonna live to see another day.
Yeah.
I have the skills.
Yeah.
And I practice to how to disarm somebody, a knife, a gun, whatever have you. But we got to be in a tense situation where I have to protect myself and protect others. Now, if it's just me, man, we just living to see another day. Hey, I catch you on the flip side, homie. But when I catch you,
yeah, and I look at those told you had other option. They got other option. Got a gun at the taser. You pull your gun first. You can't disarm her. You disarm her with the taser. She gonna drop the knife. Then put both of them, put her and the boyfriend in handcuffs and sort it out later. Would that be a reasonable option?
That's the only option. Your taser or your baton should be your first response. Your gun should be your last, unless that person is coming after you or going after somebody else and to harm that person, then you use the gun. But if the person got a knife, and it's especially if it's a woman, you hit that taser, put that voltage in it. You can do it up to 3 times.
And thing is, that way everybody go home. Everybody is alive, and then that way you ain't cost your citizen or that county, that city, or that state no money. You see what I'm saying? It's not coming out the cops' pocket. It's coming out the taxpayers' pocket. And
Yeah.
they wonder why taxes is some states, and some states don't have taxes, whatever. But it's still coming out the pocket of the people. See, this what I want. This what I want to know. Yeah, you coming into the investment. You said here, streaming, holler, whatever. Yeah, I see why you draw your gun. But one, if you're not used to that situation, see that cop. Like I said, that cop that shot her. This is not the second time. It's the first time he did it. In 2020, he shot a 61-year-old that wouldn't let him in the house, who turned around and were walking away.
Oh, he needs to go because he's given
Go
a
ahead.
lot of these good cops a bad name, and that's the reason why a lot of people don't talk to cops or don't want to call the cops, because at the end of the day, some of these cops have a superhero complex, and they think that the gun is, their gun is their third arm. It's attached to their body. I mean, you should be able to talk. First of all, your very first response should be your verbal judo. You should be able to talk to somebody and de-escalate the problem before you pull your gun.
And I'm like this. This what really bothers me. This what really bothers me. When the captain, the chief, or the sports person for the police department ready to say a statement, we know it's a PR tactic with the speech they begin. Somebody wrote it for them. You know what I'm saying? So, spare me the PR statement that you're gonna read. Just release the body cam video.
Well, they have to do an investigation first, bro.
Yeah,
they have to. And you have to. At first, when it gets to the PR folks or the who or the news, whatever have you have. It's only by word. It's only what this person said, this cop said, this person said. Until it is black and white, or it's on that video camera is shown, you're only going off of what people said. What people has looked at the crime scene and said, "Oh, this is what happened." No, it's until that word. So when they come out and they say, officer involved shooting and blah 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 blah, it's just going off of the word of what the detectives, what the investigators have said, and then they come out with the body cam. You also got to remember that tasers are fairly new to the police force. People are not actually used to grabbing a taser with their left hand. Everything's they dominant or with their non-dominant hand. So that's what they first go. Now, if taser's been around for 15, 20 years, it'll be a different story.
Yeah, and I look at this right here. See, yeah, you got to do the investigation, okay? And when body cam came out, right? Whatever police wrote on that police report, they used what they went by, right?
Right.
But now, a police can put anything on a police report, but it got to jive with the video now. And yeah, the investigator take part. See, and everybody wants to speak about transparency, but we hardly ever see transparency. I don't care what community you come from. I don't care what skin color you are. We hardly it's barely transparency anymore with somebody. Like you said, in LA, they're notorious for what they do. You know what I'm saying? They're notorious for what they do. Would I be lying if I said that?
No, right.
And like I said, he's still on the force out that 2020 shooting. And he does again in 2023. And that makes me wonder about that cop. What other reckless thing has he done in the past?
But let me ask you, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate with you.
All right, go ahead.
Have you seen the body cam of the 61-year-old man?
Nope.
And listen, I mean, these cops are shooting some elderly people these days, and I don't know why. But the bad thing about it is, bro, is that we get so outraged when there's a cop shooting, and none of us know the full story. None of us know what happened before gunshots.
Yeah.
And that's just crazy with it because again, the media will put a twist on it and make it be all rah. Now, don't get me wrong. Nobody should be shooting grandma and grandpa.
No. Hey,
if you can't talk to grandma and grandpa, and if grandma and grandpa don't have a doggone knife or gun or bazooka, M16 or something like that, man, you don't need to be talking to people, period.
Yeah, you're right. And I'm like this right here. We don't know what's on body cam video. We don't know this right here. But it's too much of that going on. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of that going on that we don't even know about in different situations.
But how are you getting your information?
Yeah, I'm getting it from. I don't even watch it. I just go read it in there, this and online and stuff like that. Do my research. That's why I say I do a whole lot of research. You already know me,
right?
And the thing is, some people, a whole lot of people got mental health issues. You see what I'm saying? Even regular people, even different people in different professions got mental health issues. And why is it that is some job that we know police officer and firefighter rescue is a stressful job. We know that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more stressful than some of the jobs that like working in a store, working at a restaurant, whatever. It ain't that stressful. But it is stressful. I say some of these people need to get a mental evaluation. You see what I'm saying? And we know that ain't the highest paying job. And cops don't get paid that much. Firefighters don't get paid that much. Fire rescue don't get paid that much. So
now, let me tell you, cops, firefighters, they get paid pretty penny though.
They get paid more than the teachers.
Yes. Now that's the most stressful job. Being a teacher is like being a server at a restaurant.
Yeah. You got to put it with a whole different kind of attitude with kids. What's up? It's just E. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Queen. How you doing?
Hey, Tony. Hold on, right quick, E. Your favorite person was backstage. I will ask you, did you want to let him up so you can get a hold of her?
I saw.
I was talking to Tony.
My favorite person is backstage.
He was, but he gone now.
Hey, listen. This is the PG version. Tell him to come back tonight.
Oh yeah.
I'm off tonight.
Oh, you know I'm gonna have one tonight.
Oh,
No, I'm gonna have one tonight.
Be there.
E, what you got to take on this situation? But I want to ask Tony, E and Tony. I want to ask you this question: your child, and we was kids, we would do anything to protect our mothers, wouldn't we?
Absolutely.
Anything.
And we know sometimes children allowed to get away with stuff, right?
Yes.
So we got to see what's really going on. And that Elijah McClain, that's tough right there.
But here's the thing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We won't see anything that happened before the cop arrived.
Yeah. And this is the problem I got right here with the first story with Elijah McClain. I didn't know the 911 caller was 17 years old. That's the first time I heard the age of the caller.
That was the daughter, right?
No, I'm talking about Elijah McClain in Aurora, Colorado, not the one in L.A. Colorado. Elijah McClain in 2019, 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That the paramedic injected with that ketamine, and it was assessing for his body weight without assessing the scene. Before taking his vitals.
Well, those EMS folks needs to be arrested and put away for a little bit.
Oh,
that's the use of misuse of medicine.
Oh, both paramedics got charged. It came in that they had been found guilty. And one cop that was there that put him in the chokehold was found guilty.
Because it's against the law now to put anybody in the chokehold.
Yeah, and I don't think E or you was here when I asked this question. Do y'all know everybody in your neighborhood?
No. Not everybody.
E?
No, I do not.
So, what constitutes as a suspicious person? E?
I mean, that's the person. That's subject to the person. I mean, for me, a suspicious looking person may be somebody, if I see walking back and forth, in front of in my front yard, or, if they look suspicious. What looks suspicious to me as a woman, a man that's walking back and forth, that I have not seen in my neighborhood may look suspicious to me. Am I going to call the police? Me, probably not, but I'm not, that's subjective to the person, right? I would be like, okay, who is this? I haven't seen them around the neighborhood. And if they keep walking back, stopping in front of my house, looking at my house, that I would deem suspicious.
Darling.
Tony.
My definition is the same thing. I think it's different from a man from a woman, because if my cameras go off and I see the same person that's standing in front of my house, I'm stepping outside and see what's, assessing the situation. But a suspicious person, you gotta be doing something before I can even approach you or call police on you. You gotta, if I see you like standing next to somebody's car and you're pulling on a handle, and then you go to another car and pull on the handle, that's kind of suspicious to me. Or you sitting out there and you're watching people as they walking by for hours on end. You got to, that's kind of the gray area.
I agree.
Because you don't know what they're actually doing. But I'm that type to be like, hey, what's going on over here?
Echo, fellas, echo.
Yeah, we're all echoing today.
I'll give you an example.
Go ahead.
Example for the Christmas. So out here, well, probably everywhere, but you had to be very cautious out here because people was going through your neighborhood this Christmas holiday and stealing Amazon packages, right? So obviously you're going to be on alert looking at, okay, I know you said, do I know everybody in my neighborhood? No, I do not, but I do know who's on my block. So there's a cluster of us. We all know who's on that block. I know who walks their dog in the morning, who takes morning walks, evening walks. It's kind of consistent. So during the holidays, because it was so heightened, people actually driving past or stopping in front of your house and stealing your Amazon boxes off your front porch, stealing stuff. So obviously you're going to look at someone who doesn't, you don't see them regularly in your neighborhood. They look suspicious. So they might be here to steal, you know what I'm saying? So there's certain things that you have to take in consideration. Am I going to go out there? I'm not going to be like Tony because I'm a female. So I'm not going to go out there and be like, hey, who is this? Who are you? But I am going to be, I'm looking at through my ring and kind of like being very, very curious as to, okay, do I recognize this person or not? And also we had people knocking on our doors during the holidays. It's still the holidays, but these younger kids knocking on the door saying they, asking for money, not in our neighborhood, just kind of like dropped off. And you have to be kind of like cognizant of these different people that are coming in your neighborhood, right?
Right.
But at the same time, people come through the neighborhood, have people over, you don't know, and somebody might drive by, not necessarily try to get pictures, try to see what the house number is, make sure they got the right house or the people they're going to see, because they probably ain't never been to that neighborhood. See what I'm saying? But that.
I understand that, but I wouldn't come out and use deadly force on somebody just looking at my house to see if this is the right house. Now, if they came back several times, not to say I'm gonna use deadly force either, because if they're not pulling nothing on me, I'm not gonna pull nothing on them. But I am gonna take note. This is odd. This ain't normal.
Yeah, you're right about that. And
it goes to the same sense.
Go ahead.
Where if you park in front of my house. Now I know my neighbors have parties and stuff like that, but I'll text them and say, hey, is this car belong to y'all right here? Because you never know. You know what I'm saying? I'll text the people that surrounded me.
Right.
And be like, hey, some people are looking for your house, or they might be, are you having a party today? What's up? This to keep that communication going. But like the Queen said, though, if you see somebody drive back and forth, and another thing is I got this, you always got that one neighbor that have people going in and out they are on their property all types of night. And that raises, that raises a lot of things.
That raises a whole lot of suspicion. What it'd be like, okay, what they really got going on over there?
Exactly.
But if a person just walking by, you don't know, why the hell you gonna call the cops on them if they ain't doing that? They mind their own damn business.
Because everybody has a superhero complex, or everybody wants to be a part of social media. So they're gonna call just for no reason. And then you got the dummy that comes out there, and then it goes to the hothead where they just come out here and they don't ask no questions.
And why you said that? Why you said that, Todd? Always the hothead comes out there, try to confront the person that about their own business, get their butt whooped. They would have called the cop because they got a butt whooped. Hey, If you still in the hold on, Tony. If you still in the back, come back tonight. Tony will deal with you tonight, okay? Tony will deal with you tonight, okay? Come back. Come back. We don't want you up here. This ain't the time to play for it. Come back. But the thing,
if you want that smoke now, let me know.
Well,
no, this is PG. This is PG. Family.
Yeah, this family section here. So I'm not gonna call the cops. Because if you're not doing nothing, especially a teenager, a 17-year-old, we know they don't know everybody in the damn neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? We already know that, don't we?
Yeah. But you know what? Say if I was in that situation, being a cop, and the dude didn't respond the first couple times that I said, "Hey, let me talk to you real quick. I would try to get in front of the guy, still with some distance in between, but get in front of the guy and say, "Hey," because you never, like you said, the dude had on earplugs. Now you know how many times you don't stand in line someplace and some person's talking to you, or they talking, and you think they talking to you. You turn around and answer, and they on the phone.
Yeah, the thing is, I look like that right here. You try to stop him, he didn't respond to you, and he tells you that he just want to be left alone. Then they want to get aggressive with him because he don't want to talk to him, which is his right. He don't have to talk to you. You see what I'm saying? That was somebody like you said, that superhero complex. That superhero complex. And like I said, we don't have to talk to nobody we don't want to talk to. If we don't want to. What do you think about that, E?
I think that causes the issue. And that's just my personal opinion. So you don't have to talk to anybody, but it's the way you say things.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times when these young boys and young girls or these people of color get into these circumstances, you know, when things happen and when you look at them, not just face value, but you start seeing things, you know, hearing things, or, you know, seeing how their page looks and this and that, you kind of wonder, how did they respond? You know what I'm saying? How did they respond? Because how you respond to things is how, you know, if you give a certain energy, you're going to get a certain energy back.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can all agree to that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know you don't. You say like you say, you don't have to talk to anybody. But if somebody stops you, if there's something going on, they're gonna ask you a few questions. Where you coming from? Hey, coming from a friend's house. Coming from the store. It's cold out here. I'm trying to get to the house. Have you seen anything going on? You see anybody walking around here or doing anything suspicious? No, I've been paying attention to myself. All right then.
Right.
But again, like the Queen said, these young folks pop off at the mouth so damn quick, and then that escalates things real fast. I mean, it goes from 1 to 0 real fast. Like, I work in the jail.
And that's why people need to keep their mouth shut, man, and just like, hey, if we ain't seen anything, that's it. And keep it moving. That's what's wrong with these young cats. They trying to act all hard. Hey, E. Hey, Mama Wolf. Hey, big sister. How you doing?
I'm good. You're right.
And y'all hear in the background, I am working on the road, as always.
As always. Just on there.
With that wind blowing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Respect to your
Yeah, respect to Armando Black. And the thing I see it goes both ways too. You know what I'm saying? People don't know how to talk to people these days, and when you and when you wear in Colorado, we know it get cold in Colorado. We know it get cold in Colorado, and like you said, Tony, he got his earbuds in. He got some kind of condition that he gets real cold walking for the store and got a ski mask on. We all know he probably didn't hear what they was saying, and they didn't take it in consideration that he had earbuds in, and we know how that can go.
True.
Everybody got frustrated. See, everybody got frustrated. Think he was just annoying them, which he probably wasn't annoying. He probably didn't hear what they were saying.
Yeah.
Because how many times has somebody walked up to you and you got your earbuds in, got your headphones on, you don't know they talking to you, and they get frustrated.
Sometimes I just feel like asking some people for their phone number right off the rip and just text them.
You're right, and that situation right there, and then with fire and rescue, you don't know what that Elijah McClain health condition was when you administered that. You see what I'm saying? You didn't take his vitals. You just going off what the cop told you that he was excited, is a liberatum or something like that. Basically said he had superhuman strength. Come on now.
Let me tell you, bro.
Come on now.
That's just asinine. That first of all, as a first responder, you're supposed to gather all the information first before you do anything. You supposed to got doggone, if he said he's inebriated, then check his breath. But the cop didn't, then again, not the whole story came out. He didn't know. I bet you those folks didn't know he had that he was put in the chokehold. Before they did it, they didn't know that his windpipes could have been crushed.
Right, and to put him in the chokehold, and I'm gonna go back. Hold on, I'm gonna go back in. Y'all continue talking. I'm gonna go back and find the condition that Elijah McClain had. Why he had brought it up so much and had the ski mask on. I want to get y'all. Then I want to get y'all take on it. Go ahead and come say between y'all self. Hey, I don't care who, Tony or E, y'all can take control right now.
What's going on, my brother, my sister, Mama Wolf?
Good, just having this conversation. It's a pretty deep conversation, though. So, I mean, I definitely think it needs to be had. It's just very interesting, the different topics you brought up, which is, he always brings up these interesting topics.
It is.
The rabbit holes.
Yes.
Rabbit holes.
Oh, don't forget that tea. Don't forget that tea with that stuff in it.
Exactly. And I'm like all aspects of it, because you got to hear, there's their side, his side, and then somewhere in the middle, it's always the truth. We'll never really know. And I mean, when Dietrich was explaining a little bit about what was going on, how the EMTs administered that medication, I've never heard of that happening, where they administer medication to someone on the spot like that. Maybe that's something isolated to Colorado, but I've never heard of someone being injected with some type of sedation to hold them down.
I ain't never heard that either. The kid didn't do a dang on thing, and they sedated him like that and put him in a stranglehold. I had never heard nothing like that. I know they're supposed to hold him down, but you supposed to gotta give him a shot or something to put him down. That's kind of suspect, don't you think?
Yeah, that's very suspect. And the fact that the EMTs, I mean, for them to just do that and not, like Tony was saying, assess the situation, that makes me wonder, are they new? Obviously, they may not be veterans, where you're just going off what the police officer said. I mean, in what circumstance would you just take someone's word and not do your job? But I also have to look at, again, I don't know the whole situation. How much time did this take? Was it like within moments? Because sometimes you have to make split-second judgments, and unfortunately, people mess up. If they're not used to making those type of split type of judgments, those judgment calls at just on the fly. So, it's odd to me how all that came about.
Okay.
First of all, that kid did not do anything. Just walking down the street in the cold.
Yeah, and go ahead. Go ahead.
For two grown men that can't control a kid. Now I don't know how big this kid is. I don't know.
I told him he was 23 and 140 pounds.
Oh, so he a grown.
But 140 pounds though.
Yeah, he's light, a grown man.
Hey, Queen, I'm about 150, so please use your words wisely about the lightweight. Okay? I'm gonna tell you right now. That's little. Scrappy.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm 175.
Okay. Here's the jury found the paramedic get the criminal negligent homicide. But both medical professionals were also charged with assault. One was found guilty of one of the assault charges, second degree assault for the unlawful administration of drugs, while Cooper was not found guilty of assault charges. Okay, and let's see where it goes. Hold on. I'm trying to find that where he's. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to find what he had. Let's see. I'm trying to find what condition he had over here. Okay. They said the 17-year-old caller believed McClain was suspicious because he was wearing a ski mask.
I mean, but that's common in Colorado.
Yeah.
Winter time.
Yeah.
And it's not anymore considering, when we went through C-19, everybody was wearing masks in some form or fashion. I don't know when this took place.
This took place in 2019. And respect to K9 ATL. And this is why he was wearing it. One, he wore because of a circulation disorder and waving his hand as he listened to earbuds as he walked. A circulation disorder. That means he couldn't stand the cold. You know how some people get cold real easy? That was his condition. Like we said, the paramedics did not assess the situation.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Truth. Why did they state that? Was it not that cold for him to have on the clothing that he had on? Why did they make mention of that? Because I'm assuming that he had all that on because it's freezing cold outside. So was it not that cold? Was it springtime and he had on all this?
It was during winter time. But even if you're doing, sometimes you know how some people get cold real easy.
I mean, I get cold. I'm a anemic.
That's what I'm saying. That's what he was. That's what he was. So
What did you again?
Repeat that.
What did they call his disorder again? I'm gonna look it up. What was the disorder? D-Truth, you on mute.
Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Go back and look at that again. They said he had circulation disorder.
Circulation. Okay.
So this 17-year-old called a cop because this dude outside during the wintertime, because McLean outside during the wintertime got a ski mask on, earbuds on, waving hand, listen to music, not bothering nobody, come to the store, going home. And 17-year-old called him to say, oh, he looks suspicious. I guess nobody should be having no skull cap, no coat, no gloves outside with it cold during the wintertime. I guess they shouldn't have it on, right? And then he got a circulation disorder. Then you inject him with that ketamine, an overdose of ketamine. After he been put in the chokehold.
Let's go back a little bit, D.
Go ahead.
Let's go back a little. Where have we seen this before? It might not have been the full head, Scully, but where have we seen this before?
You ain't talking about Trayvon, are you?
No.
You ain't talking about Trayvon, are you?
He had a hoodie on, didn't he?
Yep, he did.
And he was attacked from the back, right?
Yep. After the 911 operator told George Zimmerman not to follow him.
So the problem is.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Tony, man. Continue, man. My fault, bro.
Go ahead, Tony. Tony went out.
Oh.
But like I said, we got to assess the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? That right there, mind his own business. Got a skull cap on, got a mask on, cause it's cold. Circulation disorder. We all can agree up here that a 17-year-old do not know everybody in the neighborhood. Can we all agree on that, right?
Right.
Indeed.
And do a 17-year-old really know what suspicious look like?
Oh, the 7-year-old?
Yep.
Gotcha. I mean, said that the people were found guilty, correct? So obviously, to some degree, there was some justice. The EMTs were found guilty. One of the police officers was found guilty. I mean, what can you do moving forward? I mean, that's the real question. I mean, what's done has been done. It's like, what can you do to move in that community?
And I just, with me, I was looking at Elijah McClain's story since 2019, and it finally came to a final conclusion. And the spokesperson for the First Responders Association, whatever you want to call it, said this right here. I'm gonna read what they said. Right. Said, I'll make sure I get it right. Make sure I get it right. Make sure I get it right. Okay, hold on. Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. Come on back up. Make sure I find it. Okay. Okay, this what they said. This what they said. This what the prosecutor said. The prosecutor asserted that the paramedic did not monitor McLean properly after administering the sedating. Instead, they left him on the ground, obliterated difficulties in breathing. Hmm.
You know the bad thing about it is,
Mhm.
if a cop or anybody, say I get shot by a cop, that cop is supposed to administer CPR and first aid as soon as the threat is down and there's no more threat around until EMS shows up. He must tell the whole story of what happened. If you got a GSW, you need to let the EMS know, hey, this man got a gunshot wound and everything. I think this one falls on the police department because, first of all, you did not assess the situation well. You did not try to approach this young man off of you approached this old man off of a blind eye. And you can't do that with people. You have to you got to get your questions in before you start getting violent. We don't know what was said. Well, I don't know what was said. I can say that much. I don't know what was said.
And this what the International Association of Firefighters called the move by Colorado Attorney General Phil Weiss to charge the paramedic dangerous. Then they go on to say when politics drive prosecution, forcing firefighters paramedics to second guess decision. Then he goes on to say public safety is compromised. It's kind of weird he said that, right? Don't politics drive just about everything we do in life? And is it public safety compromised when cops, paramedics, firefighters don't assess the situation?
Absolutely.
So that's why I always tell people, okay, what if they family members? They don't look at it that way, right? They don't look at it that way. They don't put themselves in that family member's shoes. I guarantee you, if the paramedics, that cop and the other cop, they happen to their family member, they want the cop or paramedic charged, wouldn't they?
But they were charged.
I know they was charged.
So
the association.
What I'm trying to ask you,
go ahead.
Is I know this subject hits home. Okay, I know this subject is one of those. Another African American is killed by first responders off of something he didn't do because of somebody else's word. But the actions of justice has already been somewhat taken care of.
Yeah, you're right. But this is what I try to get people to see. Sometimes before we jump to a conclusion, before we do something to somebody else, we gotta sit back and ask ourselves, what is that with us? And like you said, Tony, earlier, that's why some people don't like to talk to cops, don't like to talk to the police. And how many cases I guarantee you there are about a million some cases that it ain't solved that could be solved if people talk to the police, right?
You're right. There's so many there's so many people that lost loved ones because everybody don't want to snitch, whatever have you. But in this case, this is they got the facts, they got the evidence,
right,
and they put it behind it. Now, the question the Queen asked earlier was, what is the solution to this? What is the what do we gain for this?
What we gain from it is one, we gotta come together as a community, and for what? And I understand people want to look out for their neighborhood. See what I'm saying? I understand that. But sometimes we as people gotta sit back, okay. We all know anybody could be suspicious, whatever. And like you said, people go visit somebody's house all times of night, eh, pulling it out of the driveway all time of night. Yeah, that's suspicious because you don't know what's going on over there. You see what I'm saying? But just because somebody calls for law enforcement or anybody else for help, and people don't want to talk to them or can't hear them, yeah, we as citizens got to watch what the words we say. You see what I'm saying? And also, in that profession, they got to watch the words they say, because if it escalates, then one with the badge, some of them gonna take offense and get mad and do something stupid, or just arrest them and put some dumbass charges on people. But at the same time, when you're talking calm to somebody and talking calm, you get to a resolution.
Okay. Let me interrupt you. And this is how a real person should think. First of all, you dial 911, they have to respond. Now, that responding person, the first responder, should not go in at 1,000. That first responder need to go in and gather all the information first before he or she goes after anybody else. You need to go to the person who called and say, what did you see? You see all these videos about all these Karens calling cops on people for no reason. And the cops come in, at first, at first the cops are going in and they are just going straight to the person, whoever called the cops on. Now there's that law, and I don't know if it's a complete law, but now it's that law that they have to talk to that person who called the cops and find out if it's real or not. If are you just being a Karen or a Ken?
I knew that would come there. I know Karen and Ken were coming there sooner or later.
Yeah.
See, but go ahead, Tony.
So at the end of the day, there's a lot of people at fault. We're going to start with the person who called, because that person didn't have no clue what was going on. Just saw somebody and say, hey, I'm going to call the cops because they look suspicious. Like I said, one of my neighbors, a couple of houses down, got got in and out, in and out. Cars are coming 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, in and out.
Uh-oh, I can't hear you anymore, Tony.
Bro,
Can you hear
good.
me?
Now
We
you're
hear you
better.
now.
Okay. So what I was saying is the first person that's at fault is the person who called the cops for no damn reason. Don't know what's going on. Don't know the whole story. Like a lot of people who make judgment that don't know the whole story about anything. So we got to look at that. It goes to there. The cops, they came in 100% and wanted to and wanted to throw their force on somebody that couldn't hear them, couldn't see them, wasn't asked the right questions. Because if they were asked the right questions and listen to the dude and observe the dude's body language, they would know, okay, what he's saying is true. He came from this place, he's going to this place. That's his destination, that's his endpoint. But to put him in a chokehold, damn near choke him out, and then the EMS comes in, they want to be Captain Save-A-Ho and not knowing their job and inject them with something that killed them. Everybody, justice has been served. They have been fired and arrested and in jail.
I agree.
So,
Me too.
Yeah, but I told you the reason I brought up that story is that this for the people who gonna watch the replay, and for some of the other folks, if you don't know that person, if that person not doing anything strange or out of the ordinary, and you don't witness that person doing anything strange, whatever, don't call the police. Because we already know how some eyewitness testimony is not 100%. And we know, I can tell E something. She could tell Tony something. And Tony could tell B-Rod something. And B-Rod come back and tell me something. But that's how it started. You see what I'm saying? So everybody got to assess the situation. From the 911 caller to the police, to the person that got the police called up, to the paramedics. We all got to assess the situation. We all got to assess the situation.
You can't go by what he says, she says, though. You can't.
you sure can't go by what he said, she said, because a lot of folks, remember, like I said, when Ken and Karen start showing up, a lot of people was getting arrested for no damn reason.
Yes, why you evidence key. I can find out what really happened. You have to too.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this right here. See, this should be a federal law right here, right? I know some states, some cities probably have this law. If you call it a false 911 call, you should be arrested and charged. What y'all think about that?
If you what?
If you call the police and it's a false police, it's false, you should be charged. That should be a charge. That should be a charge.
I think that's already a law. You cannot file a false police report.
But I try to figure out why some of these people, they carry a kid that called police on somebody is not arrested.
Because it's brand new.
Yeah. So
I mean, filing a false police report has been around for a long time. But now, again, since the Karen and Ken's came out, then now it's they have to assess it before they start just going hands on.
But is that just filing a police report or calling? I think you were saying calling the police, not
even if you call the police and it's false. Let's take, for instance, the Karen who called about the folks out there barbecuing.
Right.
Technically, she should have went to jail because they wasn't doing nothing wrong besides barbecuing and having a family reunion.
Let's take Central Park, the bird watcher, for telling the woman the dog should be on a leash, which he was correct. You see what I'm saying? It's things like that get a whole lot of people in trouble. Either the caller or the one that they called on. That get people hurt. Either by the police or the caller gonna get hurt by the person they called on. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And that's why I say some people sometimes some people, it's just like that nose ass neighbor. Let's go ahead and put it out. It's just like that nose ass neighbor. We all had them nose ass neighbors growing up. And still got them now. They good for watching out, but they want to know too much information.
It goes to you like this right here, bro. People don't know how to mind their own business, but when it is something important, they don't want to say nothing.
Bingo. That's what that is.
Yep.
Choose what they want to choose.
Yep. And then on top of that is, they want to talk with it as important until it happens to them. They don't want everybody else to talk for them.
That's human nature. Most people, it's hard for most people to stand up to do what's right. It's easy for people to do what's wrong and what's right. It's human nature.
I'm gonna tell you real quick, bro. I don't care who it is. The truth. Go steal the Snickers out of there. I'm telling on you. Because hey, I am not going to jail for misunderstanding of who it is. Oh, it was one of them. No, sir. No, sir. If you check that left pocket right next to the bubble gum, he has the doggone Snickers right there. I'm telling the truth.
Look here, Tony. Look here. Hey, look here. Oh, who got my dad? Oh, I'm telling you, you pick up a penny.
Hey. I guess we some snitching bitches. I tell you that much because I'm snitching real quick.
Cause guess what? I ain't going for. Oh, he was a black male. I'm not going for she was a black female, white male. I'm not going for that. Cause you say that's a broad spectrum, ain't it?
It sure the hell is.
Cause how many times you heard say, we got a black suspect. Okay. I'll give you a perfect example. Our eyewitness says a man was walking down the road jogging. He stopped for a minute to, I guess, change the music on the iPad because he was jogging. And a man robbed the house. Had on totally different clothes. The cop stopped the man jogging. You already got the description of what the man looked like and what clothes he had on. But the man you stopped don't even have on the clothes that the caller said he had on.
I go deeper than that. We did a shakedown the other day in the jail, and and we all know the population in jail is kind of miscrewed. A lot of black folks in the jail. And I'm standing at the top of the tower, and I can't just say the black man with the blue outfit on. You know how many Negroes in there with blue outfits on? I have to go into detail. What do he look like? Where he's standing? This, that, and the third. But again, people need to mind their own business and stop trying to be the neighborhood watch that went wrong. They got to stop doing it because you're profiling people for what they're doing, what they look like, and what they're wearing. You got to stop doing it. You got to don't call the police until you actually see a crime. Or if that person really looks suspicious, if he just robbed a bank or he just robbed somebody's house or got in a fight, shot somebody, and you see him running and he's just sweating like nobody's business and it's -2 degrees outside, that's when you call the cops. But just to see a man walking down the street, that brother don't have a ride. He missed the bus. Leave his ass alone.
I'm going to say this. You are correct with that. But like he just stated, you can't just, if you see a whole bunch of us and all of us got on the same thing, you can't just say, oh, that black person, right? You have to be very descriptive, but you've been trained to be that way. You see what I'm saying? Not everybody's trained to, give that much information or be that detailed.
Well, I got my training in the Marine Corps. When I went to Afghanistan, you couldn't just shoot up everybody. You had to give direction. You had to give a great description of the person or people. You just can't shoot in a crowd.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to ask you. You just can't pinpoint just one person. It's a bunch of people and shit. Like, can you just if you see like a bunch of blue people with blue shirts, man, can you just grab all of them and just see which one really did it to get something to talk? That's my question.
But you know what though? Here's the deal. And then you have the people who's going to tell you the truth, and you have the people that's going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
So you question everybody. Hey, what's going on? And you'll start figuring out what the story is where you listen to people. I've learned that when I approach somebody, I don't start saying, where do you come from? What happened?
Yeah.
And those 2 words right there, you can get a book. What happened?
See,
No. Not at that time.
Yeah. And
What happened after that?
All right. Okay. All right. Hey Tony, this thing I don't get is you got a bag in your hand. Got some chips, some soda, some candy in it. Why is somebody gonna ask you where you coming from?
Well, that is true. But here's the deal. That's why you eliminate it with what happened. Bro, I don't know. I just came from the store. I got me some chips, some hot sauce, and some eggs. I mean, that's all I got. You know what I'm saying? But then they'll say, well, I saw this person wearing this, that, and the third, taking off and boogieing that direction. He was wearing this, he was doing this, and da 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 da. That you might want to talk to that person.
I got a question for you and E. Okay. A person gives the police a description of the person that they're looking for. The clothes they wear, shoes they wear, what color it was, if they had on the hat and all that stuff right there. Why in the world they gonna go stop somebody that don't have the same thing that they told they had on? Is it a miscommunication from 911 to the police officers, or a miscommunication from 911 operator to the police officer to another police officer?
Attention to detail.
You're right. Attention to detail. That what they teach you in the military. You got to pay attention to details. Cause attention to detail will get you. If you don't pay attention, it's just like go to start the grill up, right? And say you got some charcoal that don't have the lighter fluid already in it, and you gonna start that try to start that grill up. That grill ain't gonna. Hey, the charcoals ain't gonna burn, is it? Lack of detail. But I'm gonna say this right here. If he's still in the chat or Ghost Watcher, that's the channel we're gonna be on tonight. If you wanna have some fun, come on over to the D Truth Zone, cause you're worth my time on my big channel. And Tony will handle you over there, and Jason will too, and I will. And everybody else who else want to handle him, we'll handle him over there. That's a PSA. Back to the registered scheduled programming. So
I can't wait. Because like my cousin said, my boy JJ said, it's gonna be dynamite.
You are crazy. You got time today, Tony?
I got time today. I ain't got to work tonight. Woo. I've been waiting for this for a minute. Y'all been having these heated discussions on these other channels without me.
You feel left out, Tony?
I don't feel left out because I be working. And I know somebody's still talking about my fans.
Oh yeah, yep. But I tell you this right here. This was a great conversation that needed to be had. Cause when I go live in the afternoon, I got to have a PG version. I gotta have a PG version of the rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? Or the wolf cave. I gotta have a PG version. What y'all think about it, Tony?
Mm-hmm.
I said I got to have a PG version of this show.
Well, you should. Uh-oh. Real quick. Thank you. You should. This is, those types of topics are that, certain types of language, certain types of discussion shouldn't be discussed in the daytime. So I'm happy that you have these in the daytime. And then at night, we can get a little bit looser with our conversation, with our topics. So
I'm gonna take a vote right here. I'm taking a vote for the people in the chat and for the panel. Should we do that on my backup channel, or should we do it on this channel? Take a vote. Yes or no, panel?
I say from my understanding, this is your main channel, and you have certain expectations for this main channel, and for that particular person, they don't deserve to be on the main channel.
Tony?
Just send me the address. I'll be ready.
Hey, is it me or is it you? Oh, both of us knew he was gonna say that.
Yes.
Crazy. So for me tonight, it going down. The Wolf Cave will be open tonight. It going down. And tomorrow afternoon, I got a good topic for tomorrow afternoon. I talked to Silverback last night. He thought it was kind of cool, kind of funny. And Jordan E and Silverback tomorrow night. That's 10 o'clock Eastern, right? E?
Yes.
10 o'clock Eastern. I do not know what they're going to talk about. And it's going to be on It Just E TV channel.
Yes,
And I'm going ahead and let y'all know what the tomorrow afternoon topic is going to be. Okay, it's gonna be.
Don't do it.
I am. I'm gonna do it. I'm giving y'all something to think about over the night. Why do we as melanated black people go to a barbecue, go to a cookout, go to a gathering, had to take 2 or 3 plates for that gathering?
Oh hell.
That's gonna be a fun topic right there. And we know it do happens.
that ain't just.
What you said, E?
I said that's not just barbecues. People come to your house on Christmas, Thanksgiving, and pack up for their whole family.
Hell, I make enough dinner for everybody to have 1 plate. You ain't taking it for a regular dinner. Hell no.
They act like your house is the buffet.
Hell no. Oh, let me get a plate. No.
Shoot, I'm gonna take about 2 or 3 plates and go home, put it in a plastic bag, and go out the door.
That is tomorrow afternoon discussion. We're gonna have fun with that one. We're gonna have fun with that one. Cause nobody on this panel or in the chat can say they never did that.
Just don't bring no potato salad with raisins in it.
Come again?
I said, don't bring no potato salad with raisins in it to the cookout.
What the heck? You putting raisins in potato salad?
Oh my God! I gotta send it. I gotta show you a TikTok then.
Please do tell.
That's for tomorrow's show.
Okay.
Respect King on 28 and Tony.
Why the hell you call my name like that?
You sound like you was in trouble, huh?
I'm still worried about this raisins in the potato salad.
That's what I'm talking about. She will go in more details tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow morning, afternoon, whatever time I go live. That's why I'm going to discuss why people go to other people's houses and they can carry home a whole cooking. That's gonna be fun. Y'all think that's gonna be fun, huh? That's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be hilarious.
That's a damn shame.
Hey,
we gotta do better.
Yeah, but
Amen to that.
I told you I come with. Look, don't y'all think I come up with some crazy topics?
You come with educational topics that need to be, but this raisins in a potato salad. I mean that's that.
That's me. That's not his.
Big sis, I love you. But that's a question mark.
Hey, I look here. We know who not to bring no potato salad to the cookout, don't we?
Hey, you know another thing. Don't bring no string casserole to the cookout neither. What the hell?
What?
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
We'll talk about tomorrow.
We will find out tomorrow.
Hey, any final thoughts and shout outs?
Queen, you go first.
Oh, shout out to D-Truth. Shout out to everyone on the panel. B-Rob, Tony. Shout out to Silverback in the chat. All the mods, Truth Nation, Wolfpack Nation, 20 East Nation. Thank you everybody for this live. It's been fun. And we'll see you, I guess, this evening. And don't forget to log on to my channel on Friday for Silverback and our discussion in the Wolf Den Friday, 11 Eastern? No, 10 Eastern.
10 Eastern.
10 Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m.
And Who gonna go next? B Rob or Tony?
Let me go first, man. Come for me. Hit the back end, and y'all ain't gonna probably hear me because I don't have no goddamn service. Shout out to my big sister Eve, the Mama Wolf. Shout out to Tony, my other brother, the Sniper. Shout out to Silverback, my big brother, to keep me in line. Shout out to Together, my other big sister that always keep me in line. And shout out to all the other people in the chat and other people I missed. I apologize. Salute to you guys. God bless you. Salute to the Nile River. Salute to the King Wolf Black. Salute to all of y'all. God bless y'all, man. Y'all be safe out here. And y'all pray for me when I come back home.
Yeah. Hey, Tony and E. Let's give B Rob a hand. Let's give him a hand. He didn't cuss not one time.
That's because he got money.
What you say, E?
Repeat that.
You got money on the line. You ain't cussing. I applaud you.
Oh, I see what this is. You got Together, big sister, putting that crap on my head. Is that the case? Mama Wolf, that what you telling me?
That money.
Lord. You and Silverback together, Lord Jesus. And D-True, he got my major hand in it too. He got that stuff in that tea. I dropped the tea and I fell for it again. Lord have mercy. Help me, please. Help me.
Hey, Tony, what give your shout outs and whatever. What you feel about Big Brother, myself, Together, E and Silverback, try to cut down on B Rod cussing, your little brother cussing. What you feel about that?
First, I want to give honor to God for him trying not to cuss. We know it's hard. But hey, if it's something he's trying to stick to, we're going to support him in all ways. But we're not going to bang his head if he slips up every once in a while.
Now, every time he slips up, that's 25 cents, so he got something hanging on his head.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you for helping my little brother back. Thank you very much. I'm trying. I really am. They're just making it hard for me.
See, be wrong. I've been telling you about 2 months, haven't I?
Says Together got on me. Yes.
For my
I ain't gonna rest till I stop talking my trash. So as long as Together around, breathing down my neck, I guess, and I need all my money, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut and I'm gonna behave myself. Because the lone wolf got to eat.
Hey, I got your back, bro. You know what? You ever seen that skit when the white dude couldn't say the N-word, so he got a black dude to come out?
Oh yeah.
He just got to get one of them. You got to get one of us just to say it for you. Just hit it in the behind the curtains, and we'll say it for you.
I feel you. so you know what? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do a good job doing it too.
We be praying for you.
God bless you.
Yeah. Your shout out, Tony.
Hey, shout out to you, big brother. To the queen, little brother. Everybody who put their thoughts and into the chat today. Y'all just remember, we got to look out for each other. We're done. We should be done tearing down each other or putting ourselves in a position to make us look better than the next person. If you're gonna say something all the time, not when it suits you. If you're gonna snitch, be a snitch 24, not just 12. But I'm trying to be serious here, Queen.
No.
Look here. I know why she laughing because I'm so mute laughing. It's not what you said, it's how you said it.
Hey, but love y'all. I can't wait to see you tonight. Hey, boy, when it's your time to come up on this panel, I'll be waiting for you. And y'all do know I got a new name, and I will be presenting it tonight. So you better be careful, brother. Don't come in here talking that trash. Don't come in here talking that nonsense. Because if you come in here talking that nonsense, I'm gonna be on that butt. I'm out.
Yeah.
Same thing for me too.
And respect to the Purple Wolf E, the White Wolf B Rob. I don't know what color your wolf gonna be, Tony. Respect to Truth Nation, Twitties Nation, and Wolfpack Nation, which is all on Twitties. Special shout out to the Wolfpack Council. It's 8 of us, but actually 9 of us. So what are you doing, E?
I don't know.
But respect to everybody, respect to the Nile River, E. James, Diamond Shooter, all the Nile River, everybody that support everyone, every last channel that we bring, and make sure you be here. Not on this channel, but on the Truth Zone. It is in the chat. Oh, okay. Tony, you the brown wolf.
I like being the brown wolf. It's close to being the black sheep.
But respect to everybody. See y'all tonight on the Truth Zone channel. I dropped the link to that channel in the chat. If you're not scared, you know who I'm talking about. Show up. And guess what? On that note, we're gonna go.
Continue.
Yep, and we're gonna go out on this note right here. And shout out to Together and the Commission Art team for doing their thing. And we're gonna go out on this number. It's gonna be a quick outro. Oh, I just got some more information. It's not going to be on the Truth Zone. It's going to be on the Wolfpack Nation channel. You heard that, Tony? Y'all heard that? Yeah, it's going to be on the Wolfpack Nation channel tonight. So
at 10 o'clock.
I don't know what time. He probably said it. He probably said that. I would be over there. I'll be on the panel since they want all of us. Well, you already know how it going to go, and we out again. It's a correction. Whatever we got going on tonight is going to be still on the Truth Zone channel, but E and Butterfly promo will be over there, which she said gonna be E's gonna be at 3 p.m. and Butterfly's gonna be at 4 p.m. So the True Zone is where it's gonna be at tonight. Hope everybody subbed up.
Good looking out.
Yeah. So I had to get that correction. Let's go get out of here.